Hi, I'm Shane.
I'm Kelsey, and
this is Dixie, and we're Love Hut for Life.
Guys, over the last 2.5 years, we've been asking all of our nomadic friends all of your questions. This week, we were asking a lot of them about nomad etiquette. Now, this might be helpful to any of you who are looking to be on the road or who are already on the road and are just looking to maybe fit in a little bit better. All of these things are the things that drive us crazy and that we consider common courtesy in nomadic life. At the end, you'll get our answer, but in the meantime, there's a whole lot of really good ones from our friends. What is one piece of nomad etiquette that you think that people should know?
Probably just giving each other a little space and being open and friendly to meet people and let them know that you're friendly, and having your door open and hanging outside, but you know, respecting people's privacy when they want it, and not parking right on top of them unless it's a planned event.
Don't go knocking on someone's van or bus before 10 o'clock in the morning. Or whenever they specify, you know, let people sleep.
Okay. I think that probably a lot of them have already been said, I'm assuming, at this point in the interview, so I don't want to repeat stuff about clean up your shit properly and digging holes. But I think that maybe one thing that people don't know as much about, especially out in the desert, is the cryptobiotic soil. So if you're just going around trompsing through off trail in a lot of these really beautiful locations, you could be stepping on a really sensitive ecosystem that's taken upwards of 100 years to build to that point. And when you crush it, you crumble this crust that allows plants to grow, that keeps the sand from blowing away. It's really important, and it's really necessary for the environment to have it there. So be careful not to crunch that stuff. And I mean, you could pull a picture up or something if you want
to. But I think that whole theme of like respecting the land, you know, like I think most nomads do a really great job about it. Like we don't throw our trash outside and leave stuff at campsites. We try to leave it better than it was initially. Like he's saying, we do our research for an area so that we know, like, are there raptors nesting, or, you know, like what's going on. I think generally we do a great job, but the 1% that does it kind of like, then you see the trash and that sucks.
I think that at the core of it all, just try to carry respect with you wherever you go. Respect for everything, respect for each other, respect for the land, respect for the animals, respect for the plants. Don't go around chopping trees because you need wood for a fire. That's a stupid way to do it.
It's going to be wet anyway.
Yeah, if everybody did that, then there would be no more trees, right? Everybody camps in that same spot and 45 people come through, you're going to ruin it. So you want to try to make sure that anything you do to affect a camp is either able to be completely set back to how it was before you got there, or something that is sustainable. So something that could grow back potentially next season or something like that. But yeah, just respect. That's the core of it all. Carry that with you everywhere you go, and share that with each and every piece of what you experience on the road.
Okay. It's not necessarily something folks specifically ever put out there, but when you're going into a new area and there's already some nomads around and people parked, you notice that they're not too close to each other, and usually 500, 800 feet apart from each other. That's how we kind of normally space when there's enough room and we're out there in the middle of the desert. So to come in and park really close to someone else, I realize, especially for newbies, it feels a little safer to be close to other folks, but we're out there for the peace and quiet, and it really is kind of rude. And if you have a generator, you really do need to be more like 1,000 feet away, so you're not keeping folks up, you're not interrupting their peace and quiet, or you know what, just listening to the birds. It's so nice to just be out here in the quiet and listening to the birds and not hear a generator. So that, my advice on etiquette would be, make sure you're giving everybody their space. Just like you wouldn't want somebody peeking in your window. 500 feet away from my picture window is you peeking in my window. No offense.
Always be respectful of the people you're camping around. don't go up and knock on somebody's door. Holler. Just holler from 20 feet away. Then they won't be afraid when you knock on their door, you know. That's one that I think is really important, because a lot of single nomads, you know, they're fearful a little bit, and you don't want to scare them.
Let's think about parking and groups, like out here in Quartzsite this time of year. It can get really crowded. I think there's an unwritten rule about personal space, about how close you can park to someone. And, you know, your noise, keep it down after 11 p.m., that kind of thing. I think that's all unwritten rules, but a lot of people are just kind of losing the common courtesy, and I'd like to see that. That would just be nice.
Pack it in, pack it out. Clean up after yourself before we lose it.
Yeah.
I'll go first.
Go for it.
Nomad etiquette that I think every nomad should know is to clean up after yourself. So if you come to a camp, please be respectful and take all your belongings, all trash. If you have a dog, please pick up after your dog. Just leave it better, because if we roll into a camp, I really don't want to see other people's trash. So I don't know, nomad etiquette, I guess.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that too. Like, if not leave it better than you found it, leave it the same way you found it. But a cool thing to do is to try and do, like, say you come up to a campground, leave a pile of wood for the next person that rolls up.
Yeah,
You know?
clean out the fire pit. Go like the extra step, you know? Just makes it nicer for the next person.
Yeah, so then maybe that next person that finds that pile of wood will be like, wow, that was really cool to find that pile of wood right there. I'm going to do that for somebody else sometime, you know, and just has that ripple effect of good energy. It's really nice.
I was saying though.
Pick up after your dog, please.
Yeah. Pack it in, pack it
Pack
out.
it in, pack it out.
Leave it better than you found it.
Oh, definitely.
Always leave it better.
Come on, Luna. You can come up, come on, come up.
Just to pick up your trash whenever you're camping.
Yeah,
just leave it the way you left it, or the way you
Better.
came. Better the way you came. Yeah.
Guys, those were some really, really good answers. I enjoyed listening to them and maybe learned something myself. I do want to take the time to say thank you to all of our friends who are participating in this. Guys, if you didn't play along with my games, then these videos couldn't happen, and we definitely appreciate all of you. Now it's time for my answer.
What's your answer, Kelsey?
Obviously, my biggest thing is parking too close for me, but I'm going to divide this up into if you are invited to park next to people, or if you're just out looking for a spot to park. And if you are just out looking for a spot to park, I think that it is perfectly acceptable to come within 50 yards or so of any large group of people, because those people are obviously congregating and okay being around people. But if you are out in the wilderness and you have not seen a rig for miles, and you see that one rig off in the distance, they did not come out there to be parked next to you. So please take that into consideration before ruining their night by parking next to them. Now, as far as if we're parked amongst a group of people on purpose, which we do from time to time because we have so many friends out there on the road, then really my biggest thing is definitely that bedroom window. Even in a space where we're communal and we're all next to each other, being able to be in my space and look out that window and not see any of you is pretty important to me, and it always makes me happier if we can arrange that.
I'm gonna go with a little bit broader and less specific of a thing, and that is basically your fun ends where my fun begins. So when your life starts inhibiting mine and I can't enjoy things the way I would like to enjoy them, and vice versa for you, that's a problem. So when you come out to our public lands, remember this is just as much mine as it is yours.
Yeah, and I think that works both ways for sure. Guys, I hope that some of these answers have helped you and maybe prepared you for your life on the road. If you have any questions you would like us to add to the list as we continue this series, please comment them below. And if you'd like to be part of it, let us know that as well. Guys, we want to take this time to say thank you to all of you who have been following us along. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button and check out our other social media pages as well, such as Facebook and Instagram.
We'll see y'all next time.
Peace out, guys. Have a good one.
Bye, y'all.